Hello, this is Nancy Neville again with QuickBooks. I'm a certified QuickBooks Pro advisor and a poster on MrLandlord.com. And in my previous video, I showed you how to set up tenants as a customer in QuickBooks. I showed you how to enter them just by their names. Then I showed you how to enter them by their names and then had them how to enter their address as a subclass, just for visuals. Anytime you indent something in QuickBooks in the Customer Center, it is called a customer and job. It is called a job. That's why this is called New Customer and Job. Your main category is called the customer, and any indentation under that main category is called a job. So I've showed you how to set up the tenants, and I've showed you how to set up the addresses as a job for the tenants. Now I'm going to show you how to set up the property first and then the tenants as a job. And this is just 3 ways that people like to enter their tenants into QuickBooks. It's whatever you want done. I'm going to enter the address first and make that my customer. And I'm going to say the first address is 7778 Archdale. And that's all I'm doing, and click OK. Don't get this confused with adding your property into QuickBooks as a class, as a property. That was done in the class section of QuickBooks. This, when you enter in your properties in the Customer Center, it is just for visual purposes only to show you where your tenants live. Now, the main people that would be using this system would be those who have like seasonal ski resorts or summer resorts that have a large turnover of people. But once again, other landlords like to have it this way too. It's up to you how you want to have it. Now I typed in my address. Anytime you indent into the Customer Center, it's called a job. I have to right-click on the address, and now I'm going to add my tenant. And her name is Dolores Dumas. Just like I showed you how to enter in the tenant just by name, I have to do it the same way here, only I'm adding it as a job. Her name is Dolores Dumas. I'm tabbing down until I get to her first name. Type in Dolores and her last name. Tab over. QuickBooks automatically types it into the Bill To field. Type in her address. And then type in her phone number. And any other information you want to put in there. The screen that just popped up was a shipping label, and I just clicked out of it because we don't need anything to go to the ship to. I just want to go over here to the phone. And the reason it came up was because I didn't put a zip code, and that will come up if you don't print in a correct or full address. So I'm going to go and type in it so that little pop-up window doesn't appear again. And you just fill in the blanks, and you click OK. Now see, Dolores Dumas is now indented, and it is called a job in the Customer Center. When you entered in your properties as a class and you made your apartments a subclass and you indented that in your class section of QuickBooks, it is called a subclass. But this is called a job when you indent something in the Customer Center. I'm going to type in another address. I'm going to go New Customer. Anytime you make a main title of something, it's called a customer. And I'm going to put in 10012 Hartwell Street. And that's it. I'm going to click OK. I just added my address, the apartment, or not the apartment, but the house as a customer. And I'll add the tenant as a job because I'm indenting it. Okay, her name is Caroline Smith. Okay, just like I showed you how to do it when I said to set them up as a tenant. And most people like it just plain and simple with the tenants and no addresses involved. But like I said, there are 3 different ways to do it. Other people prefer other things, and so these are the 3 main ways that I've had a lot of people say they like doing things, and is why I'm showing you it right now. Okay. Remember, if I don't have the correct address, the full address, and I go to type anything else, that little ship to box will appear, and we don't want that aggravating us. So make sure you type in the correct address with the zip codes and all that. And we're going to type in her telephone number and click OK. see that? See how that's done? So now you have your addresses as the customer or tenant and your tenant as a job. And as I said, the reason why most people will choose this is that if they have a lot of people moving in and moving out, like a ski resort or a summer camp, they're able to just make this name inactive and keep adding people under this address all the time. They don't have to keep typing in the tenant first and then the addresses. It's all in what you like. It's all in what looks clean to you. And as I said, there are some pros and cons to that. It gets a little bit complicated. I'd have to really get into showing you some figures, and I don't want to do that. I just want to show you how simple it is to enter your tenants into QuickBooks, and that does it. So thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in my next video.